Hey, good morning everybody. Out here doing the walk. Nancy's here someplace. There she is. Alright. Well, there's all sorts of lunacy coming out now. Closer we get to elections. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning. Before we do though, is if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and think about subscribing. Come join us on this journey towards a life debt free. Alright. The lunacy. Did you guys hear this? Black Scout Survival had this on his live last night, and I followed up on it and did some reading on it, and sure as snuff, it's true. So Senator Jamie Raskin, Democrat, Maryland, was a fundraiser or something, because it looked like he was in a tuxedo. But he started talking about Trump and the 14th Amendment and what may come. So here's his argument. Okay, so his argument is that the Supreme Court did not do their duty and let states remove Trump from the ballot. It didn't give any explanation as to why that needed to be done and why the court had not done their job. Even though it was a unanimous decision, even the liberal justices said, no, that the states can't do that. So he says that in view of this, it's Congress's place to act, and to do that, they should invoke the 14th Amendment, Section 3. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's the clause that roughly, this is just a very vague description. It's a clause that was put in after the Civil War, and it says that government and military officials who committed acts of insurrection cannot hold office. Okay? So, in Senator Raskin's mind, and a whole bunch of other people, you know, from leading politicians to media to just people walking the street, they think that Donald Trump was involved in an insurrection. And, you know, even if you could argue he was never convicted, so no, he never took part in an insurrection. All right? And he didn't. If telling people to peacefully protest is an insurrection, then I guess I'm guilty of it too. All right? So his argument there is that Congress has a duty to act. Hang on. And to tell, and I quote, the raging Trump mobs that he's ineligible. And he's talking about Congress refusing to certify a win if Trump pulls off the election and wins. And that, oh my gosh, he starts talking about civil war if Trump should become president. How there's going to be a civil war. Man, you want to talk about instigating a civil war? Don't certify Trump if he wins. Seriously. That, and it's lunacy. It's lunacy to even go down that route. And it kind of scares me. That elected politicians at the federal level in Congress think like this. You know, it's one thing being a war hawk and, you know, being a warmongering neocon. That's one thing. It's a completely other thing just to off the cuff talk about civil war like that and advocating Congress doing something that would kick off a civil war. You know, and it's obvious. Anybody with two brain cells drugged together to make a cogent thought understands that the article or Amendment 14, Section 3 does not apply in this situation. It's completely obvious. Yet they believe it. They believe it. You know, either that or you have to take the cynical stance that they're just doing it to raise money and they don't honestly believe it. Well, here's something that I truly believe. Pay attention to your enemies. pay attention to what they say and take them at their word, no matter how radical or how lunatic it may sound. If somebody says they want to kill you, take it to heart. Take it to heart and act accordingly. You know, it's just, it's common sense, because how many times have politicians and pundits and apologists looked at an event where some group of people says, we will kill you, and then they kill us, and then they try to dismiss it. They say, oh, well, you know, this is just a few radicals, right? You know, if it's a politician, a media pundit, or just some dude walking down the street that starts talking like they want a civil war and they have no problem placing you in a camp or killing you, take it to heart and start preparing. You know, that doesn't mean that you want it to happen. In fact, from where I'm sitting, if you start preparing, I'm thinking you don't want it to happen, and you're going to follow Teddy Roosevelt's theory that having a big stick and walking softly will deter a lot of people from doing a lot of bad things. All right, so individually, what does that look like? Well, you need to start doing martial training to the best of your ability. And when I say martial training, I'm not specifically talking about guns. I'm talking about all aspects of it. Getting in shape is part of that training. Even if that's all you do, you're better off tomorrow than you are today if you start doing it. All right. Next thing, we talk about it all the time. Community. There's so many positive aspects of becoming part of a community and building it and expanding it and advocating for it. There's so many positives. Food independence. Said it before, I'll say it again. Food is a weapon. Food is a weapon, and if you in 2024 in America think that it won't be used as a weapon, you are not a student of history, and you are not listening to the opposition. All right. Modern self-reliance. You know, you may be denied service. The bank may decide that your political views are improper, and they may deny you your money. Much like what happened in Canada. Hello, all my Canuck friends. Much like what happened in Canada, where they froze people's bank accounts to keep them from protesting. So, if something breaks down and you don't have access to money or services, what are you going to do? Just let it sit there be broken? No, you need to figure out how to fix it yourself. And finally, you know, one of the things that I don't talk about enough, Tag over at Life Done Free does a really great job of doing this, and that's starving the beast. And I'm guilty. I don't do enough in this aspect, and I'm trying to do better. But we need to start doing things that take power away from a system that is adverse to us. And you know, hold on, I'm going to backtrack. The system is neither pro or con against us. It's the people running the system. And that's where community comes in. We change the system by changing people, changing the way people think, and changing society and the culture. Until we do that, though, we have to starve the beast. That means becoming self-reliant on our utilities. It means not putting money into government coffers or into the coffers of businesses that are advocating against us. All sorts of things. Go over and check out Life Done Free, Tag and B, and just watch some of his Starving the Beast videos. They're really good. Well, that's about it for the video today. You can help me starve the beast by going down and hitting affiliate links. But go check them out. You'll be pleasantly surprised with the results. Again, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Come join us on this journey. Like, comment, share. I want to hear your comments. I want to know what you guys think about Senator Raskin and all these other people that are advocating for lunacy, if you ask me. Most importantly, I want you to go out today and live a life done free. Take care. Thanks, Milo.